tragic events in history, Sonic's death.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas. No, Sonic! Oh, don't worry, Azzy. He's fine. Sonic's fine. Don't worry about it, Azzy. Means hello everyone, welcome to the stream. And Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! How's everyone's Christmas been going? Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! It's been good. I'm glad to hear that, Azzy. My Christmas has actually been pretty good too. I know I said I'd hold a clown corner on my Christmas, but there's really not much to write home. Like, I will say though, yesterday was almost the most magical day of the year, actually. Because when I woke up that morning, I looked outside and I found out it was actually snowing. So this is actually the first time we actually had a white Christmas in years. What made yesterday a lot more special. It felt so special, except there weren't any gifts in the tree. Because my mom had the gifts in a bag and she gave them out to us. And Marley and I both kind of complained, like, where's the magic? They're all in bags. Well, why? And Mom's excuse was that so Santa didn't have to, like, put as many name tags on there this year, which is like, sure. And I like the gifts I got this year. The magic, exactly as the magic was right there. We would have had more magic if the presents were actually under the tree. But that's besides the point. It was pretty much magical yesterday. Almost magical. And for Christmas, all I got was Mario 3D All-Stars, some Nintendo eShop money for me to buy some games, which if you've seen on my Tumblr and or Twitter last night, you know what games I got. I got Hades, which I'm very excited to try out. Among Us, which I would love to play with some people someday to see how Among Us on Switch works. And then I was convinced by Square Enix to buy Final Fantasy VII again because it was on sale, and I'm like, I guess I can play it on my Switch. Sure, why not? And right now, I currently have $20-some right now in my eShop account, which I'm planning on saving on before when Hollow Knight Silksong comes out. Because it was actually yesterday that I found out about the Silksong news. Like, Silksong was going to get covered by a magazine. I really can't wait for that to happen. It is very exciting, and I cannot wait for more Silksong news. And knowing that Silksong is going to get covered by a magazine, that most likely means that Silksong will either be out next month, in the next couple months, the next few months, or at least till like June, July. So, I mean, I hope that's the case. I really do hope that's the case. I'm really excited for Silksong. I really can't wait to get that game and dig into it, especially now that I have money to get it. I'm just gonna save the rest of the money for Silksong when that comes out, or Deltarune, whichever first comes out. Oh no, wait, actually, I don't think Deltarune will come out first on Nintendo. It'll come out on Steam first, then on eShop. Okay. I think Silksong is like a timed exclusive Nintendo release first before it gets released on Steam and everywhere else. I think, pretty sure. Yeah. Besides my gifts, or besides what I said, I also got Baby Yoda, and I also got BB-8, R2-D2, and the hairy dog man from Star Wars. Oh, I mean Chewbacca. And I'm very glad that that I'm starting to get back to Star Wars now, because last year I would have been like, I mean, I still don't like them, but I would be like, But now I do actually love these. And I'm gonna call out my little brother Luke here. Keeps fucking beating up baby. He kept fucking beating up Baby Yoda yesterday. Luke was just like, perfect time, and then just like punch Baby Yoda, kick it, and like just keep punching it or pushing it. Like, no, he's a baby. No, please don't. And after doing it a few times, Luke was just like, well, you could have just asked me to stop, and I would have stopped. I'm like, what happened? Why would you listen? And Luke's like, it's fun. It's fun to torture you, Ruby, and it's fun to torture Baby Yoda. Violence. Yeah, but it's the wrong type of violence. Well, I mean, I did joke about how all of Luke's violence towards Baby Yoda would be what would lead to Baby Yoda's anti-character arc. The fucked up and evil Baby Yoda. From, like, all the head trauma that Luke keeps giving him, so... Even though Luke has his own Baby Yoda, so, like... Oh, Grogu. I wonder, is Grogu gonna be fucked up and evil? That'd be interesting for Star Wars to do. Be like, here's Yoda, but fucked up and evil this time. So, you know. Oh yeah, and for the entire rest of Christmas yesterday, we mostly just sat around and watched movies. We watched Elf, a Christmas classic, and then, we watched, I think it was, well, we were watching SNL as well, and then we tried to watch, like, Rudolph and Frosty Christmas in July, which I'm still very shocked got into theaters, because, I don't know, you expect to see that stuff on TV, and then you look it up and you find out they actually released it in theaters, and you're like, huh? They did? This was okay to release in theaters in 1981? It's like, you know, that's still a shocking revelation. And then after that, I think we watched the Doolittle reboot, which was, it was cute, it was fine, it was And then we watched Spies in Disguise, because my mom wanted to watch that. And I was very shocked by how good Spies in Disguise actually was. Like for a Blue Sky Studios film. Like, in my personal opinion, I don't think a majority of the character designs are that great. They just remind me of, like, Fortnite character designs. Like, I see Will Smith and I'm like, yep, that's Fortnite Will Smith. Fortnite Will Smith. But besides that, I was very shocked of how good the film was. Mainly because I think that came out the same summer, or no, the same winter as The Rise of Skywalker, and supposedly Spies in Disguise did better on the opening weekend than The Rise of Skywalker, because it was spreading around that The Rise of Skywalker was shit. Everyone's like, okay, I guess we can watch the funny bird Will Smith movie, I guess. And people really liked it. Ultimately, The Rise of Skywalker made more money in the end, but, like, still very shocking that Spies in Disguise technically did better on opening weekends than Star Wars. I will never forget that about Spies in Disguise. But besides that, I was very shocked at how good the film was. Again, by the same studio that made Ice Age and its 4 sequels, and Rio and its 1 sequel. But to also be entirely fair, they're the same studio that made the Peanuts movie, which, like as usual, I'm still very shocked at how good it is. But, you know. And then after that, we watched a really good Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood documentary. It was really good. And I think it was one of those few documentaries that, like, Penis movie? Oh, Penis movie! Oh no, the Peanuts movie. Peanuts, like the Snoopy dog. That's what I meant. The Peanuts movie, not the Penis movie. If there was a Penis movie, I'd watch it. I'd watch it every day, even. I watch it every day. Best movie ever. Sadly that does not exist. Sadly, the penis music does. Penis music? Penis music exists. No, the penis movie doesn't exist. Sadly, the penis movie does not exist. Oh, what's this? Oh, whoa, man. As he's same here, man. That better be Sony Pictures animated next movie. Like after they finish Into the Spider-Verse 2, their next film should be Hotel Transylvania 4, and then the penis music. Penis movie. The penis movie. They don't. They'd start work on the Emoji Movie sequel, then they'd cancel it, then they'd announce penis movie. The next. Award-winning film by Sony Animation, creators of Into the Spider-Verse and the Emoji Movie. That would be a future I'd love. Anyways, the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood documentary I saw. Yeah, I caught feelings from that. I caught feelings from that a lot. Like, shit, man, I don't know, like, award-winning penis movie. Award-winning penis movie. I am, I think the few times I've ever gotten feelings from a documentary series, or just documentary anything, was the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood documentary I saw, mainly because I both watched Mr. Rogers as a kid, and I was alive when he died. We were both living at the same time, which is very shocking. But, like, I never knew about it, or never even processed it until, like, years later, when I was like, oh, wait, what? Oh, no! Like, he's such a nice, sweet, good guy. He's such a really good person. And trust me, the huge impact he definitely had on Pittsburgh, because, as I made it clear, I'm from Pittsburgh, and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was filmed in Pittsburgh, so he instantly became a Pittsburgh icon. Like everyone really loved his show. My mom definitely grew up on his show. My older sibling did. I did. That show definitely had an impact on our lives. Very much in the same way like Sesame Street impacted our lives. And like, it kind of makes... I'm just reappreciating Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood now, because you never really get shows like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, you know? Like a show for kids, where like, instead of just like teaching kids like, oh, well, here's the alphabet, or, oh, well, big, loud, wacky sounds and noises, it was just like a nice, friendly neighbor coming in and just like, oh, hello, how's your day going? Oh, man, I want to show you this cool, interesting thing I found. And like a lot more calm, a lot more reserved. Just I wish we had more shows. I really do wish we had more shows for kids like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Not to say the current shows going on are shit. I love the Owl House. Steven Universe still holds a place in my heart and memory. I still like a lot of shows on TV nowadays. But there really isn't anything like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I guess that's kind of why I caught feelings. Also, maybe because of my childhood and nostalgia. I would say very much like the Jim Henson documentary I watched that also made me cry, but more specifically, it was the final episode of the Jim Henson docu that I cried at, because of just how good they, like, edited and wrote around like Jim Henson's final days, while cutting forward back to like the actual funeral they held, where, and I shit you not, Big Bird comes walking in halfway through the funeral, starts singing "It's Not Easy Being Green" while crying, looking up at the sky, at the ceiling after breaking the song, and saying, "Thank you, Kermit." Like, oh man, they didn't have to go this hard for a dead man's funeral! It was very sad. It was very, very sad. Still can't believe that actually happened. But yeah, overall, yesterday was really good. Also, what I got for Christmas were some candy that I'm probably gonna eat during the stream. Other than that, a pretty good Christmas. I'd give it 10 out of 10. Now, par for the course, I would end my clown corner here, but there is one last thing I do want to talk about, and it's with one of my gifts I got yesterday. I'll just find it first. So, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. If you've been following me for a while, you may already know what my opinions were when this was announced, and when I learned more about this and all that. And if you didn't know, earlier this year there were rumors going around that for Mario's 30th anniversary, no, yeah, 35th anniversary, Nintendo would like release an All-Stars-esque package of 3D Mario games, 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, like updated graphics, cut content put in there. Like, I was very excited, like, ah! Like, I was very, very excited. Imagine all the things they could have put in there. They could have put, like, concept art there, early footage. They could have put an early build in there. It would have been very, very cool. But I got this for Christmas instead. And now that I've played all 3 games on there, I didn't finish them. I just started playing them. I guess I'll talk about what I was most surprised about with each game. Starting with Mario 64. I was very surprised by how, like, the UI and the text are a lot more cleaner, a lot more clearer now. Like, to give you a reference to what I mean, 2 3D Mario games I grew up with and owned were Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy is already fine. It's already beautiful enough as it is. Mario 64 is very crusty. Growing up playing that game, I knew how crusty it was. I still played it and loved it, but it was very crusty. So I was very surprised whenever, like, I went down to, like, the level select, or, like, the menu select, the file select. I was very surprised by how clean everything looks. Nothing looks, like, pixely anymore. Like, I look at the UI and I just, like, Mario's HD head. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! What? Nintendo had these in their archives, and they didn't even think about using it till now? Like, I'm still very shocked by, like, how clean the UI for Mario 64 and Switch looks. It looks really good. It looks really clean. I am just shocked. I'm just extremely shocked. And yeah, I guess that's all I was surprised. I was also surprised with how good Mario 64 played on the Switch. I think if you want a game that plays like Mario Odyssey, I'd say Mario 64 is your best bet, because that was the most moveset in any Mario game I can think of before Odyssey's release. So yeah, it was good. I was very shocked by those. And then I think the one that I was most excited to play was Mario Sunshine, because while I've grown up and been acquainted with Galaxy and 64, I've never owned Mario Sunshine. I never even owned a GameCube game. Like, I think the only GameCube game I still own was the Mario Tennis game, but technically there was the Wii port with motion control, so, like, not exactly a GameCube game, but it was close. So playing Mario Sunshine, I was also very surprised by how good it was. And I'm also very happy that, like, it's in widescreen HD now. Like, The game looks good enough to be justified to be put into HD. It looks really good. Why they didn't do that for Mario 64, I would definitely question forever, especially because the PC port has 60 frames per second and 4K resolution in widescreen. And then Mario Galaxy I tried out this morning. It mostly played pretty good. I did like how you don't have to use motion control anymore for Mario Galaxy. I guess the one thing that was probably awkward though was like how you'd point at screen or how you'd have to point at the screen because like you need a Wii remote for that, and like at first it was awkward just like pointing at the screen with your finger like a touch screen. Like, I don't know, I got used to that, but I think the one part that I'm still awkward with is like when you feed Lumas or you shoot star bits, because you have to use the right trigger for that instead of the left trigger. The left trigger is for ground pound. No, both triggers are for ground pounds, but the right trigger is specifically for ground pounds and shooting the star bits. It's like it was very awkward and weird there. But besides that, Super Mario Galaxy is pretty good. I haven't listened to the soundtrack yet, but I can only assume the soundtrack in the game is also really good. Like, it is. It's already good enough, but like, I guess you've heard the same complaints at this point. Like, oh, they've overpriced these ports of 10 to 25-year-old games. And, oh, look at all these Nintendo fans doing much better stuff, like porting Mario 64 to PC with 4K resolution and 60 frames per second. And look at these fans making mods for the port with like updated models. Everything looks like the artwork from Mario 64. You know what I mean. You've all heard the same complaints. Those are pretty much my complaints with Mario 3D All-Stars. I don't get why they overpriced this. And the whole false scarcity thing, definitely bullshit. Definitely a way to get more people to buy it. But I can say it worked. It got me to get this game for Christmas. The $60 were paid for me to own this game. In my personal opinion, should you get Mario 3D All-Stars? I mean, I guess if you want to play Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy for the very first time anywhere, sure. Or feel like a hardcore Mario fan that wants everything Mario, I guess. But really, I think it's just better. It's just better to pirate them at this point. If you haven't played Mario 64, Sunshine, or Galaxy, pirate them. Absolutely pirate them. I am absolutely fine with anyone pirating them and emulating them. Nintendo shouldn't overprice their ports. Nintendo shouldn't do stuff like this, and they really should have gotten punished more harshly on this. But where else are you gonna get like widescreen Mario Sunshine? Really, Mario Sunshine was a game that's never been re-released since the GameCube release, so at this point, I don't know. Mario's 35th anniversary kinda sucked. I kinda wish it was better, especially considering what's been happening. Well, no, considering what's been happening, I guess I can make some excuses. But even then, if it weren't for the big pandemic elephant in the room, we still should have gotten better for Mario. We still should have gotten better for Mario. As is, I just can't wait for Sonic's 30th anniversary now. I hope Sonic's 30th anniversary doesn't stink as hard as this did. Like, already they're gearing up for something huge with the Sonic movie sequel and the Sonic Netflix show. And they've definitely been playing a big game on, like, how they're taking their time with their next Sonic game, which will be an anniversary game, which I hope will be really good. And I hope we do get Mania 2 and a new 3D Sonic game that's like Sonic Adventure. That would be very cool. I'd play it a lot. I'd buy all those games, fairly. I would have a lot of fun. I'd be happy. Bye bye Mario. Hello, Sonic. Bye bye Mario. Hello, Sonic.
Tragic events in history, Sonic's death.
Well, I guess that's it about Christmas and Mario 3D All-Stars. I guess I expected to say more about Mario 3D All-Stars, but you pretty much heard what everyone said about Mario 3D All-Stars. I really didn't have anything new to add. Just surprised by how good and fun the game's played on my Switch. So, I guess that's it on my Clown Corner. I guess now we'll move on to Roblox then. I'm gonna be taking a break right now, actually. I know it wasn't really that long, but a break's fine before I go into Roblox, so stay tuned.